Hello, everyone. We have another election prediction video. This time we have J.B. Pritzker, the governor from Illinois, versus former President Donald Trump. So as I'm setting up the safe states in this video, if you aren't subscribed already, highly recommend doing so. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and I'd appreciate each and every subscribe from you guys. If you aren't subscribed already, you should totally do it. Help me out with that sub goal. Been aiming for it for years now, and I'll be very happy if we hit it soon. So let me just get right into this video. Again, I think J.B. Pritzker, most Democratic governors, you run up against or run them against Trump, I think they would do honestly pretty well, especially the ones that won re-election. I think they would fare a lot better than Joe Biden at this point, who has pretty bad favorables. So let's just get right into this. So Pritzker, he does have a rural problem. He did extremely bad in his re-election campaign in the rural parts of Illinois while doing pretty decent in the urban areas. So again, I think we kind of see that rural areas get more Republican in this cycle and urban areas get more Democratic here. And I think J.B. Pritzker would do quite fine in the suburbs. Again, most of his policy positions, I think they're pretty popular. $15 minimum wage, that would do quite well in America. So yeah, I think he'd do honestly pretty decently. Definitely better than Biden. So we'll start with the first few states. Iowa, very rural state. He would do not the best here. I think he would lose it by a safe Republican margin, but most Democrats wouldn't do that well here anyway. In the state of Alaska, again, very rural state. I don't think J.B. Pritzker would do that well here. In Texas and Florida, I don't think he would do well in these southern states. Again, he'd kind of lack Sunbelt appeal, and I just think that Florida as a trending red state would go against him. In Texas, I don't think he would do the best here. I don't think he would do sort of the best with Latino voters. So I don't think he would shift it down to a lean Republican. In Colorado, he's a traditional Democrat. He'll be able to win here by a pretty good margin, over 10 points. And plus, Colorado's trending blue, so that's a plus for him. In New Mexico, as a likely blue state, same with Virginia as a likely blue state. Again, he would win over most Democrats here, but not by an over 10% margin. In Nebraska, second, I think he would win it by about a likely blue margin. Again, the trends here would be pretty beneficial for Democrats long term, so I do think he'll be able to take away this district from Donald Trump. In the state of Maine, I have it as a likely blue state, and Maine's second is likely R. Again, he wouldn't do that well in the rural parts of Maine, so that's why it's likely Republican. New Hampshire, I think I would put it as about a likely blue state. Again, I think he would do slightly better with independents. He doesn't have the age issue Biden would have, and he doesn't have those terrible favorable numbers. The state of Ohio, likely Republican. Trump will do well with most populist voters in this state, and he would still bring out his base that voted for him in 2020 and win Ohio by about 8 points, similar margin to what he won by in 2020. In North Carolina and Georgia, again, I don't think J.B. Pritzker would be the best candidate to win back these states. I think North Carolina probably lean Republican. And honestly, same with Georgia. I'd put it as about a tilt Republican state. Bordering on lean, though. I don't think he would do the best in the South. In Nevada and Arizona, again, I think Pritzker would do quite well with independent voters, and you run a generic Democrat against Trump in both these states, and they usually win according to the polls. So again, I think Nevada and Arizona probably end up going towards J.B. Pritzker. But on the other hand, would Arizona go down to tilt? Again, I don't see Pritzker doing the best with Latino voters, so I'll put that state as about a tilt blue state. But Nevada I'll keep as lean blue for now. I think Democrats have a lot better chance here in a Pritzker v. Trump matchup in the state of Nevada. So we have 4 more states left, the Rust Belt, which usually the election comes down to these states anyway. Minnesota will be a likely blue state, while I see Michigan as lean blue, and Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. The election pretty much boils down to these 2 states, and I just think Pritzker probably ends up lucking out to a victory in both these states by a tilt blue margins, just due to Trump's unpopularity. He doesn't have the best favorable numbers. High 30s to low 40s aren't really the best, and you run someone who's just a generic Democrat on the issues, you'd probably be able to luck out to a victory here, but it's much closer than usual if you run a generic Democrat. J.B. Pritzker isn't exactly the strongest, but he is better than Newsom, I would say. Definitely better than Newsom electorally, especially Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with it. And if you have any video recommendation ideas, I'll gladly listen to them. Other than that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.